Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gerald, and I just wanted to jump on here and give you guys a quick update for those of you that have been wondering where we've been and where we've gone. Just give y'all a quick update. Again, if y'all are new here, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to hang around. I believe that what I share in the update that we give in this video will be beneficial to you as well. So again, you're more than welcome to hang around. Now, by the title of this video, you could probably guess where we've been and what we've been doing. Waiting on the Lord. That is exactly where we've been. The last video that we posted, actually, someone left a comment. Hey, let me pull it up real quick. They said, y'all can't be gone this long. I need the calm and peace videos. And we responded to it. We said, we don't like being gone long either, but going ahead before the Lord is a recipe for disaster. And if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. Hello, Marble. But both of those things are true. Ouch. Clawed me. It's true all the way around. One, we don't like to be gone long. We don't like being gone at all. There's a beaver over there. The Lord called y'all. He led y'all to us and has called us to this in order to serve y'all and to serve y'all well. So when we're away, feel bad because we're like, dang, we're not out serving. But at the same time, being a good steward is being obedient. And when the Lord say to sit down somewhere, we got to sit down somewhere. And that's also is doing it out of love for y'all also. Because if we disobedient to the Lord and go ahead and do whatever anyway, that's not loving y'all. Because the Lord has y'all in mind when we do whatever it is that we're doing out here, whatever we video, whatever we showcase. Like what we're doing isn't for us, it's for you guys. So when he calls us away to sit down, he's doing it with y'all in mind. He's literally, y'all are in his heart. He's making sure that we're right so that we can continue to serve y'all and love y'all with, his love for y'all. So yeah, both of those things are true. We hate being gone, but at the same time, we got to sit down and not go ahead of the Lord because it's a recipe for disaster. I mean, you can look all throughout Scripture, and there are plenty of examples of when people, a lot of times it is Israel, the nation, they so hard-headed, but like when they went ahead of the Lord and did something anyway, right? Like when they were at Mount Sinai and Moses went up there and they down at the bottom waiting for him to come down. Like, oh, Moses gone a long time, this, that, or the other. We're going to build this golden calf. We're going to worship that. This what brought us up out of Egypt and all. They wasn't patient. It came on down. The Lord saw it. The Lord told Moses to go down there, and then the Lord came and they destroyed a whole bunch of them. Saul, when he was supposed to wait on Samuel to offer the sacrifice, and he was like, dang, this taking too long, getting impatient, the people making all this noise, they complaining, let me just go ahead and do it. He went ahead of the Lord, one of the Lord's prophets, and did the thing anyway. What did God say to him? What was his consequence? Your kingdom will not endure. Consequence. Another consequence there. And think about that too. Saul was afraid of the people. He was letting the people in the kingdom dictate how he did things instead of letting the Lord dictate how he did things. The Lord's thoughts and ways towards his people are always higher than his people's own thoughts for themselves. They're always higher. And this is why it's so important to really seek the Lord out. Just spend time in the Word and really get to know his heart, because it makes enduring and waiting on him that much easier. Because waiting on the Lord is almost always, and I will argue always, for the purpose of transforming us to receive the very thing that we're waiting on him for, right? You can't wait on something that you're not desiring. You can't be patient for something that you don't desire, that's requiring patience. If you don't desire something, you don't need patience for that thing because you don't care. But if you care about something and it's not there yet, or if you want something and you don't have it yet, you got to be patient. So waiting always comes from seeing and recognizing a yearning or a longing or a desire. And at the same time, the yearning or the desire or longing that you have, those come from God in the first place. That is him drawing out of you exactly what he wants to speak to that. He wants to answer that, and he wants to respond to it. He pulls it out of you, and then he responds to it, and he can show his heart for his children is like a father's heart for his. It's like a father's heart for his. Every father wants their child to know, I love you, I care about you, and the very thing that you're asking and seeking me out for, I want you to know that I did that for you. I want you to know we want our children to know our hearts for them. I can say that now because I'm a new parent and everything, so I can say that. You know, before I couldn't really say that all the way, but now that we got a baby, I can say that. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, is that not the truth? It's the same with us. He draws that out and wants to respond to it so that we know it's him. He wants us to see him. He wants us to see his glory, and he wants to reveal his glory in us and through us. Knowing that it's him that's drawing it out of us can help us settle in a little bit more. Like, okay, he wants me to see something, or he wants to respond to this. Because the temptation, one of the temptations immediately is to say, God, where are you? God, where are you? God, where are you? He's not answering this. He's not, like, it seems like he's absent, but he's the very one that caused it. Does that make sense? Like he was the beginning of it. He was the inception of it. He was in it before it even started. Like he's right there. Does this make sense? No, I pray that makes sense to y'all. I pray that that's clear for you. Now, the problem is, this is where temptation pops up. Like, no one would say or argue that the desire to provide for my house, or to provide for the house, or to take care of their family is a bad desire. Is taking care of your family good or bad? That's a good desire, is it not? He who does not provide for his own household is worse than an infidel and has denied the faith. It is a good thing to desire to provide for your family. Now, where temptation creeps in on that desire, and impatience, right? It creeps in with impatience too. Okay, I have this desire to feed my family, but I can't see, or I'm waiting on the Lord to show. I can't really see a way that this is going to happen. I got to go make it happen. Okay, this is where I'm going to lie to this person, or I'm going to steal from this person, or I'm going to cheat this person out of somebody, or kill. The action from being impatient and not waiting on the Lord is what causes the sin and the fall, and therefore the consequences thereof, right? But the desire to begin with wasn't the bad thing. And this is where, like, James 1 comes in. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patience. But let patience have her perfect work, so that you may be perfect and entire, lacking nothing. So what is that saying there? It's literally saying that the temptation that you're facing, or the trial, or the test that you're facing, has been allowed specifically for the purpose of receiving the very thing that you're desiring from the Lord, or that you're yearning for, or the faith that you have. That's what it's for. The temptation is to prepare you for it. See, the thing that you yearn and desire for in the Lord is already there for you. It's already ready for you. It's already ready. It's ready for you. You aren't ready for it yet. Does that make sense? It's ready for you, but you aren't ready for cat, please. It's ready for you, but you aren't ready for it. So the Lord is preparing you and getting you into place and bringing you into alignment so that you can become the type of person that can receive the thing that's already there. Does that make sense? The Lord, in his sovereignty, in his wisdom, in his love, has ordained that you go through, or that we go through the trial, so that we will be strong enough and be the person that we need to be in order to be successful at whatever it is that we're yearning for, or to carry whatever it is that we've been yearning for, or steward it or manage it properly. And it's so cool too, because the fact that the Lord wants to partner with us in things and wants to do things with us. Like, he doesn't need us for anything. He doesn't need us to get on this camera and speak to y'all and do that. He doesn't need us to do that. He doesn't need you to do whatever it is that he's calling you to do or has called you to do in that church. He doesn't need you, but he wants to do it. That is so wild to me. Like, oh my, like what is man that you are mindful of him? Like, wow. He has given us a crown of glory. Like, what is, I mean, oh goodness. When people ask me, why do you believe in that? Why do I believe? What do you mean? Why don't you? Why don't you? I mean, the Lord is so good. He's so good. He is so good. And the fact that he wants to work with us in a thing, think of it like a family business, right? If like a father with a family business. Because I mean, that's essentially what we have been given, a family business. I don't know if y'all go into that a different time, but just think about a family business, right? Father raising his children up and training them in the family business. No, fathers, they like, oh yeah, it's cool to have your children working along beside you, or just, being around doing whatever. Or at least that's how I imagine that's how it is for other fathers, being a father now and all, what I'm saying? I would love that for my child, but even it's like, yes, I desire that, but at the same time, as a father, I have the responsibility to raise and bring up my son in a way where he can efficiently and effectively do his job and do his duty in the business, right? So that he can work efficiently in the purpose, in the mission that we have within our business, right? And what did Christ say? I must be about my Father's business. He said that, and I didn't say that. Christ said that. So he is raising us up so we can do the same. He is training us up so we can do the same thing, so we can be effective and efficient at going out, proclaiming the kingdom, glorifying the name of the Lord, discipling folks, winning souls, being fishers of men. He's training us up. That's what the trial is for. And a big issue that we face, like in the trial, is always quick, or the reaction is to pray and ask the Lord, like, oh Lord, like, oh, take this away from me, or take that away from me, or remove this, or remove, or this, that, or the other. Like, oh, like, get me out of this. Like, this is hard. This is struggle. This is suffer. I don't want to be here. But again, not knowing that the very thing that we're in is designed to get us to the very thing that we're yearning for and desiring of him. When we're going through a trial or a test or a temptation, like, it's very obvious and we're very aware that a thing is uncomfortable, or that it sucks, or that it hurts, that it doesn't feel good. But what we can't tell a lot of the times is if it's bad or not. It might not be a bad thing. If anything, if you're one of the people that love him, all things work together for good for those that love him. If anything, it's good. No matter what it is that you're dealing with or going through. If you love the Lord and you're in him, it's good. This is why it's so important, right? In verse 4, it says, and let patience have her perfect work. Patience is crucial because, again, through this trial, through this phase, and enduring and waiting on the Lord and allowing him to do whatever, and being in that space allows the whole thing to be completed. Not trying to run and escape from it, or pray that he take you out of it, or run and try to take things into your own hand. Patience, there is a work thereof. And it is a perfect work. It's a refining. It's refining. It's being patient in the fire. It's when you get stuck in that oven. You get stuck in that oven, being patient and staying and enduring in there. Enduring in the flames, enduring in the heat. And when we endure long enough in that heat, when we get pulled out, so we can come out complete, perfect, lacking nothing, meaning being mature, meaning established. You want to know what's wild about refining and being in the heat? Like, if you take gold, right? You take a metal, you stick it in the fire. When it goes through the whole refining process, it is changed, period. It can't go back. Refining is for the purpose of removing impurities. Once those impurities are removed, a refined piece of metal, a refined piece of gold cannot go back to become unrefined. Now it can be combined with, other metals and stuff and, make an alloy or something with it. But that gold that comes out on the other side, it can't go back. It can't do it. If it goes through the whole refining process, pull it out too early, all the impurities aren't burned off. We have to endure the entire trial, the entire refining for the purpose of being complete, to being transformed. Patience is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It is an incredible thing. If you're going to ask him for something, you have to be prepared to let him work in you, change you, so that you can receive what it is that you're asking him for. If you want to be able to continue in what it is that you're asking for. Because sometimes you might get it, but if you ain't going through the whole process to become the type of person that can handle it, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. So a lot of times, again, why he doesn't give us certain things that we're asking for and stuff, because we're refusing and we're not becoming the type of person that we need to be. It's the new wine in the old wineskins. You pour new wine into old wineskin, it's going to burst and both things are going to be ruined. It's going to be completely ruined. You pour new wine into new wineskins. The old way that you have of thinking about whatever the thing is that you're asking for, plans that you have for it, or the thought, just your whole perception of what it is that you're asking for. Now, again, why am I saying all this? All this is, large part, he's been working on for quite a few months now, but these past few weeks, it has really intensified. He's really been drawing and pulling things out of us, getting us real close. Like our desire to serve y'all and serve y'all well is ever increasing, but at the same time, there's this clarity that we've been seeking and refocusing that we've been desiring of him to point us back in the right direction, to get us back on track, and to really break forth and walk in fully exactly what it is that he's calling us to, and to receive all the things that we are desiring to use in our calling. It's one of the things he broke down to me. This was actually last night. It really revealed to me. For a long time, it was always hard for me to pray for myself for things, because there's this lie that would always come in. Oh, that's selfish. It's selfish to pray for this or to pray for that or to pray for the other. So my tendency is and was to look out for this person's needs or that person's needs or this other person's needs before I look out for myself, or looked out for for mine, which leads to burnout real quick. You get tired of things real quick, or you just it takes every ounce of you to do a thing, to go out, whatever. I'm not being filled up or anything, but I'm just well, if I do anything else, well, that's selfish. But in reality, and this is part of he's pulling that out of me, part of what he's pulling out of me is to be specific about what it is that I want, really drawing that out of me, really pulling it out. And the reason it's not selfish is because the very things that I'm desiring, that I'm asking him for and praying for, have faith and believe that, he said, the faith that, we have in this, that, and the other, that stuff I desire and he desires me to use to bless other people with. If I don't have boundaries, right? This is why boundaries are so important. Boundaries are love. A lot of times people don't think that they're loving, or when a boundary gets crossed and somebody says something oh, hey, I don't like her, this, that, or the other person that crossed the boundary will get offended and be oh, this person's this and this, that, and the other, when it's No, that's not it at all. That boundary is up for a reason. And in part, that boundary is up out of love and care for the other person. What I mean by that is I have a desire, right? We have a desire to serve and to bless others, right? But if we don't have boundaries up and we just go and do this for this person, that person, we don't have the energy to really help and serve them to the capacity that we desire to, well, we're not serving them really well. Versus if we have this boundary up, or you have a boundary up and say, oh, no, I can't do that, or I can't do this, or I can't do this, that, or the other. I'm working on this. It's because this thing that I'm working on here, if I'm focusing on this thing, going over here, I'll be able to serve you with this. How I'll be able to serve you with this is going to greatly surpass, how I can help you by stepping out and away from it. If I can focus on this thing over here, like, trust me, the blessing that's coming your way, or that's just coming people's way, or the people that the Lord is calling us to serve, the blessing that's coming their way when we're able to just focus on this thing over here, it's like, dang, it's like, yeah. Well, yeah, why wouldn't I pray for that? Why wouldn't I desire that? Why wouldn't I continue to go to the Lord for this thing here? He has called all of us and desires to give all of us rule and reign over a specific assignment, right? We are part of his royal family. We are sons and daughters of the King. We're royalty. We are a royal priesthood. We are royalty. So when you are a king over something, then that is your kingdom. Every king got a kingdom. What is a king without a kingdom? What's a kingdom without a king? No, and with that kingdom, you're supposed to serve. Again, it's serving. It's serving well. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. We're here to serve. Serve. Be servant kings, servant queens. Serve. And the most important part to any kingdom is the king. That's the most important component. If you got an evil king, go and look at all the kings. You got an evil king, the people gonna cry. They're gonna be hurt. It's gonna be oppressive. It's gonna suck. You got a good king, the people gonna rejoice. A kingdom is only as good or as great as its king. And the king is only as good or as great as who or what he allows to rule and influence him. And that's exactly why we always have to be submitted to and yielded to the king, and allow his kingdom to come and seek his kingdom. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Allow him to rule and reign over this, everything that is me, and everything that is you. Allow him to rule and reign over that. You do that. Whatever you king or queen over, you're going to be the best king or queen in that arena, the best king or queen in that area. And you know what's going to happen? People going to look around and say, bump this kingdom. I'm trying to go kick it with them. I'm trying to go kick it over here. I'm trying to go see what they talking about. I'm trying to go see what that's about. That's good over there. It's dark over here. Look at that light shining over there. I got to go see what that's about over there. That's what we got to be. We have really been desiring for him to just align us fully, where we can rule and reign over the thing that he has given us effectively and efficiently and freely. He been working on us, y'all. He has sure been working on us, and he been doing a whole lot of work this year and a whole lot of work these past few weeks. Like, he really had us had to sit down somewhere. We really had to sit down somewhere, because continue to try to push and strive and go and do, we would have got burnt out and then wiped out. It would have fell off the map. We would have faced some type of consequence or destruction. So yeah, we just been that's where we've been. We've been waiting on the Lord, seeking the Lord, and then just desiring and asking him to make us into the people that we need to be to really go forth and walk out this thing that he's calling us to do, to glorify his name, to really do this thing, to really do this. So yeah, that's where we've been. That's what's been going on. That's just a little portion of what you've been showing and teaching and revealing to us. So yeah, we'll be working our way back in slowly, y'all start seeing more. We'll be making more videos. We'll be coming back. He's bringing us into this thing now. So thank you for listening. Thank you for kicking it. If you listened this long, I get to rambling, I can get to ranting, but ain't nothing I enjoy talking about more than revelations that the Lord gives, the goodness of God, the glory of God. There's nothing I enjoy talking about more. It really ain't. It really isn't. If you made it this far, you probably the same way. You're probably the same way. So if you're new, you're welcome to stay around. I encourage, please kick it with us. We like it. As much as we enjoy receiving what the Lord gives to us, we love sharing what the Lord gives and does to us too. We love doing the same thing. So that's what we all about over here. So till next time, we'll see y'all in the next video. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.